You do not want to let that in the hands of Root of Z over there.
Yeah, these teams have done their research. It honestly feels like all the teams know a lot more about them than previous years where in Stay Green we would honestly just, we drafted what we drafted, didn't really mind what the other guys would run, just kind of ban their main heroes. But both teams have definitely done their research, and you can tell that there was extensive scouting done because each ban definitely makes sense and has a purpose. If you look, Cersei, Behemoth, Revenant, DCES, one of the only two teams at this event to pick Revenant so far, and again, just looking at their draft, they're just banning things that might complement their setup, but specifically Circe. I think Circe is just also an excellent hero against DR. It's just so strong, and especially after watching that last performance, it's obvious these Thai teams, they know how to play the hero.
Cersei, not only can she be a dominant supporter, obviously as far as late game scaling goes, she's arguably one of the best ones out there when it comes to support because of her ultimate, but she's also just really freaking annoying to play against because of those constant illusions coming at you, her invisibility on top of that, always having to deal with that. So speaking of research now, DCES may be overlooking the Legionnaire a little bit here, and now to be fair, BMG would usually pick Legionnaire in the initial couple of picks. Not at this point, but they're going to go the Legionnaire here, and we've been seeing a lot of crack A mid Legionnaire here on the scene recently. So
I like it a lot. One of the main weaknesses of Pebbles, as we've talked about previously in games, is he has very low armor, and Legionnaire, pure physical damage, 100-0, and it's just so good. And if you look at the heroes, like they needed that frontline hero. I always envision my drafts as like a star formation of sorts. We have the four corners in the middle, more like an X, I suppose. And they really needed something to be like that front line because they already have that back line set up with all the damage output of a Midas and a Kinesis is massive. But they need something to go in first and set up their combos. And Legionnaire is perfect at that, especially with the Kinesis. You can actually just, people know this. Kinesis ult is AoE. You can hit multiple heroes with that. And in a taunt, you can hit everything in it if you place it properly. And obviously, Boxy, he knows how to play the hero. He can do that. And they're going to finish off with an Andromeda, which, again, I 100% agree with. The swap is excellent against both the Puppet Master's Puppet Show. You can get people out of Deadwood's grasp. And it's just perfect against this hard burst damage initiation lineup of DCES. I just really like the way they've drafted. And I believe it's going to be...
Ooh.
I like that pick. I don't think we see Nymphora very often. I mean,
we don't.
Yeah, why not?
Well, exactly. Well, I think, I don't know. I mean, a lot of it maybe has to do with the fact that that's not even a thing, though. I was going to say, you know what to expect when you're going up against Nymphora, the constant games, but that's not a bad thing. Knowing that they're going to constantly having to be worried about an Nymphora popping in with somebody else with that teleportability constantly on the map. So I agree with you. Why don't we see Nymphora more? Well, we don't. It's just simply what it is, I guess. So, but yeah, Fusim playing that Andromeda. He plays that plentiful over there on the side of BMG. So going to be getting it again here, but this is typical DCES, though, a very, very aggressive lineup.
This feels like old times, man. It's so odd. I don't want to seem egotistical. I just feel like all of these drafts just have the Stay Green influence. I'm seeing Pebbles and Deadwood together. I haven't seen that in forever.
That's true.
I really honestly love the Thai teams because I just they don't really get that much international experience. But I really feel like they learned a lot over this past year, and specifically from the last international competition that they had because this is just a solid draft, and it's not perfect. But they definitely have the potential to win this game, especially if they can play it well. You see Root is leading the charge up into the Hellborn jungle. Looks like they're going to try and play some aggressive wards. Would they go aggressive? Because it's definitely possible.
It is. Both lineups have that mentality of very, very possible want to be aggressive. So in a sense, that would kind of counter out one another if they both do. But yeah, both teams are getting that aggressive jungle, as you mentioned. Neither team running a jungler, at least we don't expect it. Again, that's kind of funny coming from a hero like Legionnaire, but again, they like to play the middle Legionnaire. Sure, he eventually transitions to the jungle, as you would expect, but he does start out in the middle lane usually. But it looks like, DCES may very likely be running an aggressive tri-lane down here. Nymphora, Mora, and Puppet Master all in the vicinity. You think this could work out for them?
Maybe, but the thing about running these 3-range tri-lanes is that, you have really high damage output, but if you get jumped, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the DR is fairly useless in the tri-lane, which might be the saving grace because they catch something in a Puppet Show, it's probably just going to die in all honesty. So I actually think I'll have to give the edge to the Hellborn side. And then if you look up top, Kinesis versus Deadwood, Deadwood is one of my favorite heroes, but he also chose to go for a hatchet over a shield, And against Boxy's Kinesis, I think that might be a fatal mistake.
Yeah, and I think you were even casting that game, Boxy playing the Kinesis against Reason Gaming, I want to say it was, for the qualifiers to get to this point actually in the playoffs, and he dominated. I mean, he just took over the game. So, yeah, you got to be definitely a little bit worried for Deadwood, as you mentioned as well, not getting the shield on top of that. So he's in for a challenge here. And, again, you would like to think that they've done their research on that and they know what to expect, but I don't know. Going the Mana Battery. Oh, Mana Battery is good against Kinesis, to be fair, as well. So
it's not bad. It's just his regen's very limited. He's only got 1 Tango left, and he's just going to take so much pressure from Boxy. I think this lane's going to be very, very grim for this Deadwood friend.
Yeah.
Mid lane, Doctor versus Pebbles, a little more even. The Pebbles is going to start with the hatchet and the shield, so he'll probably just need to funnel himself some more regen, but he'll be fine. It's really just going to come down, as most tri-lane games do come down to, it'll be the 3v3 lane.
Yeah.
The Legionnaire is actually rotating out. He's going to run all the way up into the Hellborn jungle, and I like this decision. I think that this makes a lot of sense. He's just not going to be able to do enough bottom lane, and I think he's probably meant to be more of a jungler versus a laner anyway.
Yeah.
And I think this is the right decision.
Well, that's actually very worth pointing out. I just expected it would be middle, but yeah, he actually did start in the jungle. So BMG, notoriously known as a team that just doesn't run a pure jungler. And again, we kind of started seeing this recently, and we'll see if maybe there's more up their sleeve. Again, trying to be more diverse going into these World Finals here. But yeah, he is going to be in the jungle, as you mentioned, going to the Hellborn jungle and doing the rotation there because you look at the Legion side. I mean, a lot of blocks happening. And know that a support could come in there any second to gank you is troublesome. So middle lane, Dr. Repulsor, no, he's going to be fine. Pebbles, I almost want to say Pebbles tried to chuck him. I mean, obviously the cooldown didn't go off. It's almost like he wanted to, but in the end it didn't go off. So I think they actually missed out on a kill opportunity there.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't catch it. I've been watching this Legionnaire's skill build jungle rotations. I'm very interested. I mean, I learned how to jungle from Z-Freak, who, in my opinion, was just the best jungler of all time in Han, and he really doesn't like to skill the taunt until you need to because it really slows down your farm. So to me, this signifies that he'll be doing a lot of early roaming, which Krake is known to do. So there is a potential kill up here on this Deadwood, just to charge into taunt, and might actually be enough to secure the kill.
Oh,
that looks like what he's going to do.
That's a dead Deadwood. No dead. Well, yeah, there you go. There's a taunt coming out, throws him in the air, and down he goes. Boxy even gets credit for the bloodless kill. On top of that, yeah, I saw it come from a mile away. There is no vision up here, but that goes back to the rotation. Meanwhile, bottom lane, though, Midas in some trouble himself. He's caught in the strings up Puppet Master. There's the mana burn, and Midas cannot use the Elemental Orb, but he does get it off, and he will be fine in the end. Whew, that was close, man, but he does get away.
Yep, there goes that's the strength of the Morris Spellsunder right there.
Yep.
I mean, he just can't use that escape mech. So not only can they Puppet Jump to prevent it, but then they just burn his mana on top of it. It's so much CC, and he barely lives there, even though, again, a range strength here. He had 750 health they just burned through, 3 armor as well.
Yeah, so obviously, again, tends to be a fairly tanky, as you're pointing out right there with the double crushing claws especially, but apparently tanky enough in that case as he was able to survive there. Then forward doing the creep pull, actually going to bring it back to lane, trying to get some lane positioning here. I don't know if that was on purpose or accident, but point is he did it. Meanwhile, Legionnaire goes down, kind of caught that at the last second. Not sure what the case was there, but he just simply got found by Deadwood, and he goes down. So that will be the first hero kill of the game now for DCeS as they tie it up as a result of that.
This is really needed to kill. You can look, they're already 1,000 gold, 1,500 XP ahead on BMG. They're just winning this laning phase mostly because they do have that Legionnaire, just, again, nearly top CS on his team from the jungle, more than any hero on Hellborn. And the big issue is that this Deadwood is getting crushed top. Mid is pretty even. DR actually with a slight lead. And the Puppet just isn't farming well enough against this Midas to justify the fact that they've had 3 heroes down here for the majority of the game.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, not overdoing it. I mean, Puppet Master, yeah, 305 gold per minute, but exactly. Boxy, 345 right now. Dr. Pulso, 314 at this point. Cracky been spending some time in the woods lately with a 5-3 record as a jungler. Again, he's been playing a lot of that Legionnaire. I wouldn't be surprised if that, well, that all comes down to a Legionnaire play, of course. As, again, they just do not run any other jungler. So, middle lane, though, Pebbles, how's he coming along? Just talking about that, yeah, 307 gold per minute. So, he's having a solid start here. You know, good amount on his way to getting the eventual Portal Key, and especially with that Nymphora combination, you really want that ASAP. But again, as you were pointing out too, I mean, the craftiness of this lineup with the Deadwood on top of that, it gives Nymphora a couple of options on who she wants to take with her.
Yeah, indeed. I think the Pebbles would be ideal, but it really just depends on who gets their Blink first. But I just don't know if Deadwood's going to be able to. His lane is getting grimmer and grimmer up top. He is totally out of regen, and Kinesis is now at the point where I'm pretty sure Deadwood dies in the combo. Maybe he might need level 7. He might need level 7.
Yeah, he is going to hide around right here. Deadwood might have an idea that something's up. Kinesis is the one that may need to be a little bit careful, though. Nymphora and Moira are coming on over, at least in the vicinity, and going to scout it out. So, yeah, Kinesis playing it safe enough. Moira coming in with the flank right here with that Ephemeral Forge. Kinesis starting to go in as well. Mask, oh, he turns on Nymphora. Look at that burst damage. One more telekinetic lift will get the kill, but at what cost right here? Ron Grass comes out, and boom goes the dynamite, says Deadwood. Down falls Kinesis, and there's that 1-for-1 exchange. Meanwhile, middle lane stun from Pebbles. Beautiful stun as he was charging in, preventing a kill attempt right there. He has a just get off me, bro. Took a lot of damage right there for not a whole lot of return.
No sound more satisfying than a whomp from a Deadwood. Like playing Deadwood, hitting an ult when someone's already grasped, it's just it's so satisfying. I love it. I'm actually kind of rooting for them now just because they picked the hero. He's still so good. Nobody believes in it, but it's mostly
pointed that out, yeah.
People think it's an easy hero, but nobody knows how to play it, so they don't pick it. Drives me nuts, but look to see him have a bit of an impact now. I mean, he's recovered nicely. He's at 330 GPM. He's the top on his team, even though he's had by far the hardest lane. Out CSing the Kinesis now, and this is where Box has got to be a little scared because he dies to that combo every time. Bottom lane, initiation onto the Puppet Master. He gets lifted. There's a Kinesis damage. He lands something in 4 too. That might be a double kill.
Kinesis following up the damage. It will be a double kill. They share the kills amongst one another, but a double kill, of course, for the team of Bad Monkey Gaming. So Kinesis again, Boxy, you do not want to let him get out of control. We have seen it before, and it's been ugly for the opposition. 350 gold per minute right now. They got their work cut out for them. Moira, in the meantime, is nearby, but not going to dare do anything by herself. This will be an easy tower push, it looks like, in favor of BMG right here. Not a whole lot that DCeS can do about it. So it's safe to say again, they need those portal keys here on either Pebbles or Deadwood. We keep talking about Deadwood, so really Pebbles is going to be the one that they're relying on at this point.
Oh, yes, for sure. Pebbles isn't doing too bad either, man. They're actually completely tied in GPM. And it's really, I think, going to be getting the Blink secured, getting them for level 6, and then just starting to take map control, because we can almost assume that we can safely assume Ruppy is going to be going for that Assassin's Shroud, and then they just have so much map control, and that's what BMG is trying to prevent. They need to control the map, get their wards up, and try and take these fights before these initiators on Hellborn have their PKs, because that's really their timing, and their heroes are just so squishy, they will just get taken out so easily, especially once Nymphora's ultimate gets going.
Yeah. Now, are you a fan of the Icon of the Goddess first item on a Dr. Repulsor? And, you know, Hellflower is definitely a solid. Actually, speaking of him right here, they go on to Pebbles. Pebbles going to be thrown in the air from Kinesis. Takama's on top, and down he goes. So, Boxy actually getting credit for that one, and he's now 4-1-1. But, again, yeah, Dr. Repulsor. Do you like the Icon of the Goddess?
I think it's the way to go. A lot of people swear by, Lightbrand. I feel like the only way to really play the hero is to rush Hellflower or Icon. And in this game, you just can't go Hellflower. It just wouldn't work. I mean, look at the heroes he's playing against. He dies to any of 3. And especially because he gets Spell Sunder too, and then he's just kind of worthless. You need to have that health pool, a little bit of survivability.
Yeah.
I think Nullstone's not bad this game, but if you play a good Pebbles, you can just chuck on yourself and you ignore it completely. Yeah. And Deadwood can just knock it off with the tree throw. So it doesn't really effectively save him very often. So I think this is a pretty good game for just the standard Steam Boots, Icon, and then who knows what after.
Yeah. Yeah, we did see Midas down here actually able to survive. He was being gone on, but Nymphora just missed that stun of his. And so, of course, he does live in the end. So, speaking of down here, though, you look at they really want to try to set something up. Puppet Master, he's in the front lines. Deadwood with that Veiled Rot behind. We'll see if BMG tries to react to this, not realizing that there's as many numbers. Probably not. Legionnaire, in the meantime, he's doing some Ancients with Andromeda. And actually needs to fall back right there. So, going to have to throw the regen out. So, yeah, for the time being, this bottom lane is still going to remain not a whole lot of action, at least just yet. Deadwood's looking for somebody. I don't know if he's going to find anybody, though, at least just yet. He's making his way towards that middle lane. We'll see if he's able to... Nope, Ward of Sight will spot him, so... Never mind about that. But yeah, Legionnaire finishing off the Ancients right here. Did he just get something? No, I don't believe so. Double check. I was going to say, did he get his portal key yet? But no, he doesn't have the portal key.
Not quite that far, but he's getting there. It's a big deal to take an Ancient stack that quickly. Let's triple stack. finished by the 10-minute mark. And if you look at the golden experience, it just popped up by about 1,000 each. Because this whole time that they've been making that play, you've got 4 Hellborn heroes just running around the Legion Forest trying to make something happen. But again, if you look at Vision, they've been scouted out. Like, they're really not doing anything here because BMG knows exactly what's going on. So Kinesis just farming top, Axe taking triple stack Ancients, and DCeS just still bottom on Midas, just farming away.
Yeah, I know you especially like to stress that, in your state green days, and you talk about it all the time, that objectives. You got to do the objectives. In that case right there, they did the triple stack Ancients. In the meantime, DCeS was so worried about trying to find a kill. As you pointed out, 3 or 4 heroes basically just going around for a good couple of minutes. And not getting anything out of it. And we do see that quite a bit. And we do see that seems like from the Southeast Asian teams quite a bit here. So,
and you just saw they just rotated further back towards bottom with Puppet and Moira. So they actually saw that rotation after they already scouted out the rotation into the jungle. So they know there's no reason to be afraid. And now Kinesis will back off only after farming, another 10, 15 creeps just totally on his own.
Yeah.
And now they might look to jump middle with this DR. He actually has a regen rune, and we all know how scary that is on Dr. Repulsor. So maybe we'll see him use that. I'm not certain, but I mean, this would be a good opportunity for them to start making a play.
Yeah.
He does have a Veiled Rod up as well, so maybe he'll use it.
Yep, the portal keys again. They are creeping along, so definitely making a play right now before they have it. No doubt an ideal time, but it doesn't seem like too much could be happening just yet. DCeS, they've kind of spread out for the time being. And you see N4 over here going for that triple stack. Only level 3 still, so again, even if they get a portal key, still going to be behind as far as using that teleport to assist for some kills for the time being. So Puppet Master is going the Whispering Elm first. I believe the last Southeast Asian team, I want to say that was earlier today, with the first series that we were actually covering. He also went the Whispering Helm first. It seems like we've been seeing a lot of Assassin Shrouds first on Puppet Masters, but they like the Whispering Helm. What would you prefer?
I mean, that's fine. You normally go the Shroud afterwards, to be honest, so I think that's A-okay. You don't even want to get the Shroud first if you're having just a poor game for whatever reason you're trying to. If there's some hero you need to take out, but I'm A-okay with that. I'm just concerned that they're letting this game slip out of hand by playing a little too passive. Normally when you run these Pebbles in Deadwood, you want to be able to try and score kills without the blinks. And actually,
speaking of kills,
down. Wow.
Deadwood's dead. Oh, Puppet Show comes out, but or the Voodoo Puppet, I should say. But realizing pretty quickly that that was not a fight he was going to stand in to make happen. So the pick on to Deadwood, and again, it goes back to, DCeS perhaps just, I mean, it's give and take, because earlier they were trying to technically, but they're almost picking the wrong times to do it. It's what it feels like.
I mean, Pebbles will have his blink soon, but again, N4 is level 3, 0-2. The supports are just so under-leveled right now on this Hellborn team. Like DCeS, I just don't know what their recourse to get back into this game is. They have 2 heroes under 100 gold per minute, level 4 and level 4. And that's just so not good against heroes like Midas, Legionnaire, DR, Kinesis. They're just easy pickings.
That they are. So we'll see, though, how that comes into play here. Again, as you mentioned, Pebbles does have that portal key just purchased. So, again, no teleport to assist with it, but by all means, Pebbles still very scary with the portal key alone. Deadwood still a little bit behind here. We got triple stack Ancients in the meantime, as Puppet Master, again, has that Whispering Elm. Very effective item for that, of course. As I say that, though, Veiled Rock Gang, Kinesis has his portal key. He's going to be running on the uphill. He's not exposed just yet because he's uphill. There we go. And now they're going to go for a jump. Kinesis in the background lifts up Puppet Master, but the Moira burn comes out on a Kinesis. It's not going to matter. Puppet Master will still fall. Great use of the Veiled Rot. I mean, this Ward of Sight right here, basically useless from DCeS. Rotten Grasp is going to miss. And BMG is going to fall back, or maybe not. They may still go for more at this point. Oh, it gives them vision. There you go. Yeah, they're not going to go in, though. So, what a fight there, though, for BMG. Got a good pick, more so, and taking use of their portal key initially. Box, I don't think he usually goes portal key first. I want to say he usually goes tablet, if anything.
Yeah, I think, again, it's just there's so many heroes he can just kill by himself. That's the main reason. A Blink Lift onto either N4 or Moira is a kill every time for the rest of this game. And there's just no reason for him not to get that easy pick-off item boost there. I love Fusen. Look at his items.
What's that? Oh, nope, there's a free pick. So speaking of Fusen, he has the 0 item build. Classic.
The no inventory, the full sender.
The full sender. Yeah, I mean, Ward's he's doing a great job with that, of course, but yeah, he's not afraid to be a sacrifice for the team. And playing on a hero like Andromeda, that comes in handy, of course, with that elemental, or Void Wave, I should say. of his. Pebbles, again, gets that kill, and now he's back to farm in the middle lane. So Pebbles is the shining star here, safe to say, for DCeS. 365 gold per minute, happens to be tops in the game right now. We'll see where that takes them. But again, Deadwood's still a little bit out of range of his own portal key. And I think that continues to be the kind of the key here for the Hellborn team. By the way, look at Balthazar. He's actually going a Nullstone, it looks like.
Interesting.
Yeah. Is obvious reasons for it, or?
I mean, I kind of already went over like the counters to it. It is solid just because it prevents Puppet from being able to kill you very easily, and it does make it just more difficult to take you out. Oh, Blink Lift.
There's the jump in. There comes the Arcane Vortex, though, and now Pebbles, he's going to get away at least initially. Moira will be picked off. But again, that's the big power of the Arcane Vortex. Can stall and help get teammates away, so they still get a kill in the end, not necessarily the target that they were going for in the beginning. But yeah, I mean, so the Nullstone, I assume maybe just for Moira, if anything, because she's on the other team.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Sorry, I just missed that whole sequence because I've been watching like the stack and reading up on some abilities just to figure out the functionality of the Mana Sunder.
Oh, Mana Sunder, so basically it, oh wow, top lane. Balthazar actually goes down right there, so Pebbles, big kill coming out for them. But yeah, talking about Mana Sunder, so basically it'll burn the mana completely, and then after a short duration, depending on the level of it, it'll then start regenerating the mana. It also deals magic damage times intelligence, and then however, if they cast another ability while it's still regenerating, it'll go back to 0 again. Hence why it's very powerful against Dr. Repulsor. He'll constantly be at 0 mana if he tries to ludicrous speed.
Yeah,
after it comes back up.
He goes down top. He broke rule number 1, man. You don't farm on int treads. You gotta switch. You gotta learn to swap.
Yeah.
And he just goes down with 11 charges on his power supply just because he got caught off guard. And with 891 health, he can actually die pretty quick in a combo. I think Pebbles would have to get 2 auto attacks off, but still, like, that's way too squishy to be farming that far alone. I mean, he dies in the grass there too if Deadwood's around, but
yeah.
Oh well, that's a big kill. They really needed that from DCeS, and at this point, I mean, the thing is, they're really far ahead right now, but BMG still hasn't taken the tower. Yeah, Vespiquen, no doubt, again, is the MVP here for DCeS playing that Pebbles, but yeah, BMG not going to get tower kill. Yeah, again, that's kind of good and bad now. They're going to make up some resources here as a result and even further their lead, as we see right there. Getting that bottom tower kill, so now a 5,400 gold lead, 6,500 experience lead. Well in their favor. I mean, the GPM charts don't necessarily reflect it as much as you would think. I mean, obviously it comes down to those supports you were talking about earlier, both Moira and Nymphora definitely continuing to struggle. But Deadwood is very close now to his portal key. So once again, we'll see if he's able to make some big use of that. Assassin Shroud in the works for Puppet Master in the meantime. Nullstone still a little bit its way as actually they're going to go in the middle lane right here on to Pebbles. Pebbles going to get bursted down to the end with the assistance from Kinesis right there, and the TP is going to be canceled, of course. On top of that, actually Legionnaire picked off a kill in the meantime at the top lane, and now Nymphora's also going to be caught. Doctor is out of mana, Puppet Master nearby. He knows that, needs to be a little careful, but no, it's going to be enough damage, even despite the Puppet's hold. So look at the lead now for BMG. It's starting to take off right here. Oh yeah, for sure. And again, it just comes down to these supports. Moira's not bad with the Sunder. Oh, stun coming from Pebbles.
That was a very nice combo coming out with the Ephemeral Forge Moira. And actually, they're going to get the kill onto Andromeda, but it might come at a cost as the middle tower goes down. And that will be the end of that. But yeah, good use of the Arcane Forge, the Shards of Harkon, I should say. Synergy there.
It's just the Nymphora, man. Like, he's still level 5. It's 19 minutes in. Both of his main initiators are going to have their portal key pretty soon, and he just can't do anything. I got to say, I love the itemization from BMG as well. They're just playing the game well. Nullstone's not bad here. You got an Astrolabe on the Midas, Blink on Kinesis and Legionnaire, and then Boxy built my favorite item, the Sackstone. That's my man.
You've stressed that. Sackstone, very powerful item. You're really, again, shocked to see maybe that's not a popular thing nowadays on the competitive scene for whatever reason, but it really is a great bang for your buck kind of item as far as what it does for you. So Kinesis picking it up there, making you proud, and going to continue to snowball here, it looks like. 5-1-4 for Boxy here.
Real quick, just because I love this item so much, just compare it to an Ultimate Orb, right?
Yeah.
Sacrificial Stone, I think, is about 1938 gold. Ultimate Orb is about 2100. But the Sackstone gives you... well, never mind.
Oops.
Anyway, thanks, Boxy. Sackstone not only gives you 9 strength, 9 agility, 12 int, but also 5 armor, 3 armor to your entire team when activated, reduces your death time by 12 when charged, and your death costs you 100 less gold. It is an incredible item, and I don't understand why there isn't a player with it every single game.
It's a freaking powerful item, and You know, that kind of takes me back to your hashtag vestments days of making sure that you got those vestments. So
yeah, it's just so cheap. You use 2 slots, which is the only downside, but for less than 2,500 gold, you boost your survivability in your effective HP by just a massive amount. And like that's what drove me nuts. Like when Sync last game, they had 2 guys go Helm, no Sackstone the entire game. It just boggles my mind.
That's true. That's very fair. So maybe they'll look back on that and realize that that was a possible mistake of theirs. But in the end, we got that no zone finished here on Dr. Repulsor, level 14 on top of that. So again, BMG continuing some very nice momentum. The portal key again still stalled on Deadwood, so we're saying at least he's finally so close. Yeah, he's still now a little bit behind. Will have it though here shortly. And Nymphora, there we go. She does hit level 6 as they finish off the rest of the AHs. So they got teleport now, a level 11 Deadwood on top of that. Definitely some good kill potential, but again, BMG not doing a whole lot of splitting up here.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
The problem is, I mean, we've seen, I mean, we ran the crap out of these sorts of lineups, and the key when you have Pebbles and Deadwood is to take map control and towers. Yeah. They have no towers. They have the blinks, but what is that going to do for them? You know, they don't have the ability to go take fights. They're really far behind. They don't have map control. They don't have the vision advantage. It's just, when you pick a lineup like this, you need to be aggressive, get ahead, stay ahead, and play a solid game. And right now, I just feel like they might be too far behind to really make an impact right now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to continue to be scary here for DCeS as far as having a good chance of being victorious. Now, I want to stress, too, if they happen to lose here, there is still a chance that they could move on depending on how MRR does, and that could be a tiebreaker in itself. So even with the loss, at least, well, actually, I should take that back because that comes down to head-to-head. And I'm not sure who won in that head-to-head. So whoever won the head-to-head would be the team advancing on is the point, though. I believe that's how it looks. Anyways, point being, there's still possibly a chance that they still have a chance of moving on even with loss. But Legionnaire, it looks like she's actually going for a shrunken head. What do you think about a shrunken head on Legion? I've always kind of been in a situation of, is it really the strongest item on Legionnaire?
It's definitely not bad. I think it's really solid in this game. Deadwood's really not going to be gunning for the Legionnaire, and it's super good against every hero on the Hellborn team. So I don't really see a reason not to get one. There's other items you could go, but I think with the type of team they're running, all he needs to do is initiate and then not immediately feed or lose his mana, and that's what he's going to be able to prevent just because of the shrunken head.
That's true.
And he just needs to land the taunt, survive, land another one. And every time he does, there's going to be a Midas combo, a DR jump, or maybe just a Kinesis combo on top.
Going to be good to go there. A lot of magical presence damage. And yeah, I was thinking something like a Soul's Borg, but yeah, you're right. I mean, not a whole lot of physical presence here on the Legion side. So not a huge reason to really want to amplify that damage for the sake of your team. So going to be going that Shrunken Head is getting close to that. 1,700 gold saved up for the time being. How about Root of Z here? How is he continuing to do? Look at this Veiled Rot coming out in the meantime. Not much vision, but the Veiled Rot is going to go through wards if they do go up here. As you see on the map, though, DCeS is nowhere nearby. They happen to be pushing the bottom lane, so good attempt, but unfortunately not going to result in too much here, as both teams are actually doing the Veiled Rot. So both teams had a similar idea, I guess, but BMG, again, they're the ones, hell, they could just push the secondary tower if they wanted to at this point. And again, as you're talking, man, still 0 tower kills. We finally may see one here. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if BMG actually looks to possibly defend this bottom tower. Maybe not, though. They're going to probably push the top lane here. Yeah, still no Assassin trying to Puppet Master. Jeez.
Yeah, he's very underfarmed. And BMG, they know this. They're really far ahead. They're just going to keep accelerating, stay ahead. And there's just no reason to do anything crazy. They're just going to take towers. If you notice, they already have a ward up on the high ground. Probably the best ward you can possibly get when you're in this area of the map as a Legion team. And they're just going to keep pushing. They got no fear. They have the items they need. And I don't think the DCeS wins a team fight right now. So why let them? Like, why defend that tower bottom? It's just not necessary. It's tier 1. You're going to take a tier 2. They'll probably pressure the base a little bit, force them back. Set up for mid-tower, maybe go Roche, and then, you know, they'll run away with the game. Legionnaire needs to finish the BKB before they really look to end that, I believe.
Yeah, losing a tier 1 tower at 24.5 minutes, not really the biggest deal for BMG right here, no doubt. So they do get the secondary tower, especially when it comes in a trade in that sense. But, you know, again, DCeS, they're doing a lot of sticking together themselves. Yeah, you would think they would be the ones kind of going off again with that Nymphora, especially the portal keys of both Deadwood and to Pebbles here. Meanwhile, middle lane, we could see something. Legionnaire beating out. Are they going to go? They are, but at what cost? Can you the immediate reaction coming out? Pebbles, he also going to start off the bat from behind us, though. The Arcade Vortex, though, going to be used. What will happen when they come out? Dr. Repulsor, he pulls in Puppet Master in the background. Legionnaire thinking about trying to go back in. Puppet Master's going to fall. Legionnaire survives. And all 5 are still up for Bad Monkey Gaming. It's going to be another. No, that's an illusion, so never mind there. They will Portkey out. Again, Arcade Vortex, once again, a strong tool. But that time around, Puppet Master, he does fall victim in the end.
Indeed, and he's just really not tanky enough. He's just super underfarmed. 1 in 3, 307 GPM, man. That's just not going to cut it. You've got 4 heroes that are beating him right now on the Legion side. Like, they're just so far ahead. Ruta Z is like the greediest. Does he even count as a support player? Because I don't think it's fair
I
to
basically call him support, but yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost he takes so much space. It's insane. It's like when I play with my brother Zach and I give him my bottle sometimes, he'll just be like, "Oh, I'll go grab the rune." I don't see him again for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, he's using it to go farm jungle stacks. That's the sort of plays that Ruta Z is going to make.
Yeah.
He's actually 115 CS. That's more than his offlaner Boxy. That's really impressive.
Yeah, doing a great job there. Yeah, he's kind of an interesting role. He technically plays support because they don't really run the junglers, but he plays the supports as a jungler almost with that creep play full and whatnot usually. So. Yeah, jungler / support, whatever. Anyways, the point is, yeah, he knows what he's doing and very comfortable at that and very successful as a result for BMG. Overtime, 7-1-4 box. Yeah, keep looking back at that. And again, we warned DCeS. You want to make sure not to let Boxy get out of hand. Well,
check the hero damage tab.
Warning. Yeah, not surprised. 30% hero damage done. Jeez. That's 1 hero doing 30% of the hero damage. Holy crap.
I mean, I think any Thai team watching this, I'm not sure if a Dog or I think
they're playing now.
This. Yeah, I believe so as well. But I would definitely think that they'll watch this replay when they go home tonight, because whoever ends up playing these guys, I think you've got to be banning out and making sure they don't get Kinesis. It would make sense to me. I just don't think you can give this guy this hero.
Yeah. Bottom lane, Puppet Master farming it up. Again, he has the Assassin Shroud now at least. There's the Shrunken Head, though, finish on Legionnaire. And that could be that one item that maybe BMG was waiting. Well, probably the Hellflower and Dr. Repulsor, of course, getting that finish too. Pretty damn important. Storm Spirit is finished on Kinesis, of course, so has that to work with now on top of the portal key here. Shrunken Head is going to be the next item for Ruppy here playing the Puppet Master. Once again, failed Rot, but I think they might have been seen using it initially at least. And this could actually work out for DCeS if they expect it. Well, to get a top tower kill, this is going to be interesting, actually, going on the uphill. There's a ward of sight, not going to see them. This is going to maybe catch them off guard more. Nope, the taunt, that was awkward. Cracky, excuse me, went a little bit too far right there, but they still get the kill, and that'll be the end of that. So, yeah, Build Rot, once again, kind of coming through here for BMG. They use it a lot, man. They love this item.
Oh, yeah. They've been lecturing me on how strong they consider it. You see Andromeda placing a really nice ward. They have so much vision now. And again, look at this. They're going to take the bottom and mid tier 2s, and they have perfect vision set up to do so. It's just really good Han.
Yeah.
And this is how you play. When you're going for objectives, set up your vision behind them, and then make sure that if you're going to fight for them, that you don't have the disadvantage due to the positioning of the tower. You have vision, and I don't see how they can lose a team fight if those wards stay up.
At 28.5 minutes in, we have yet to see a teleport from Nymphora. I mean, that should tell you something. There's no reason to pick up this hero, I think it's safe to say, if you're not going to use a teleport. So, and I know that's been obviously because of the circumstances. It's not like he just has been forgetting the ability, but by the time she did get level 6, they were already pretty far behind, so just didn't feel comfortable looking for that opportunity. So, but yeah, when that's the case, so they're having to deal with it. Is there anything for you that you can see for DCeS is like they need to be doing this? What's the obvious here, Swindle?
At this point, I'm not really sure. They kind of missed their opportunity. Like, they can't really take fights, and Fusion's got his guys playing the game exactly how they need to. They're just going to take Kongor. They've got vision. They have a gem up. They're just counter warding, maintaining map control, and I don't know. I mean, this is just good Han. This is how you close out games. Their advantage has gone from about 8,000 to 13,000. Don't really need to take any fights or do anything. They're just out-resourcing, out-playing, outsmarting their opponents right now.
I got to say, man, BMG really has impressed me. I was, again, a little worried for them, and I know a lot of people would agree with me going into this event. They got knocked out in the initial stage of the Onslaught event that we held as in preparation for this, and that really got to a lot of people, and knowing this would be their first land and everything, but holy crap, knowing now Sync's out of it, as we were talking about earlier, knowing that they're going to be going undefeated. And, you know, speaking of that, actually, Super KGE, he's here, of course, we saw him earlier. Last year's BMG team, he actually made the point, they also went 4-0 or not, just undefeated in the group stages. And then they lost in the grand finals to a team called Stay Green. So he's like almost saying that, suggesting that history could repeat itself.
That was a good team state game.
Yeah, they're all right.
Guys too.
Yeah. Yeah, they were great guys. Of course.
Yeah,
Except for one.
I will say that this BMG, I think, is a little less cocky than the previous iteration.
Yeah.
They came in expecting to win.
That's true.
It's mostly because we strategically lost the last couple of cycles. Kind of threw them off guard. Sync, I believe, tried to do the same thing as the chat was on. Bait the tie teams to think they could win, reveal their strategy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they just went a little too far and ended up getting eliminated in group stage. But next year.
There's always next year, right? There's
Yeah.
always next year. The other events to look forward to, I guess. Yeah, easy for us to say here, obviously. Anyways, some more roam coming about from Team Boxy, a.k.a. BMG over here. Not going to find anybody. But again, they're just controlling the resources. They're controlling the map. You keep stressing that. How clearly BMG has a game plan, and they are executing it at its fullest here in the end. DCeS, Puppet Master, middle lane. Shrunken Head is just about there. Needs that 2,900 gold mark to hit it. Again, so getting close. But even with that, at this point, it just keeps going back to. They're going to need a lot more to come together. Projected win percentage, as you see right here, as Quincy pointing out, fans like BMG for good reason here.
Quick interjection
What's
update on the other match right now. Myth versus Dog. Winner takes #1 seed in Group A. Myth is currently up 11,000 gold, 9,000 experience, 20 minutes into the game. So running away with it, yeah.
Myth, they're going to be feeling pretty good. Obviously, they're the team that defeated Sync Esports, looking to go undefeated there in Group A. As you mentioned, both of those teams are moving on. It's just a matter of who's going to be first and second.
Indeed.
And thus who you play tomorrow in the semifinal. So.
Yep. And I got to say that I think the way BMG is playing, they'd probably be the team I'd most want to avoid.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah. So if things shape up the way they do now, yeah, BMG would be playing MRR at this point in the semifinals. Again, nothing's finished just yet, though, so not to get too far ahead of ourselves, including this game. There's still definitely a game left, but, I mean, really, it just goes back to what more else is there to say that the lineup that DCeS picked, having 5 hero kills at this point in the game, just not really acceptable. Dr. Repulsor, in the meantime, has that null, so they say null still this. Now the token of life, gonna bring him right back up. Great locked up. Here's the follow-up now from BMG. Kinesis coming in, throws him in the air with that Storm Spirit, and Andromeda coming in on top of that. The big burst from Kinesis, and down goes Puppet Master. Deadwood's also in trouble. He will eventually go down. Arcane Vortex ain't gonna do too much other than delay the inevitable, perhaps, as Doctor's chasing them down. Double tap for Boxy. That could possibly do it right there. BMG says it right there, absolutely dominating, specifically Boxy, and don't let it happen, man.
Now, Fuzin's got to get a lot of credit for that team fight. They bait the DR, obviously. I mean, he's the captain, it's his call. They have perfect high ground vision set up in a bunch of areas. They knew that fight was coming. DR goes down once, he has the token, no big deal. He respawns, they swap right as Deadwood blinks in to land the ultimate. Fuzin does go down, but he's got 156 GPM. He doesn't really mind. They're going to get a Rax and a big team fight victory. Really well played by him and just really well executed draft. Just lots of damage, a mix of physical and magical. You got your burst, you got your sustained damage, and they can farm enough that they don't lose late game either. Oh,
they do catch Legionnaire right here. He's got that shrug. He could use the charge, try to help him get away, but I think Krake, he's in 1 second portal key. No, he could have used it in time. That would have been pretty clutch, but in the end, he does get picked off. So, again, obviously DCeS hanging in there. They do lose their tower, but they do save the melee racks, and they get a hero kill on top of that.
I believe
granted, a lot of buybacks were used.
Yep, I believe Puppet fought back earlier, and that was definitely a buyback from Pebbles. They're going to name might find something middle.
Yeah, they're going to find a Kinesis, actually. Yet there will be a kill. Ooh. Pebbles swap just too late right there. As he hit Pebbles, actually. Andromeda swap too late, obviously. Now he picks up the pound high on top of that, so. And they haven't got many kills on Kinesis. That's got to feel pretty good. But Nymphora, he gets picked off in return. So Dr. Repulsor saying eye for an eye right here in the end. But so they kill Kinesis. There's hope.
21,000 gold, 25,000 experience.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I feel like DCeS just might be holding off on the inevitable. Because, again, it'd be different if their drafts looked more similar to the side team we just watched. Like, if this is a War Beast, a Dark Lady, it's a different game. But I mean, they're not. How are your Deadwood and Pebbles Puppet going to scale when you're this far behind?
Yeah.
They just don't have the comeback potential.
Got an update right here. So Myth officially defeating MRR. So they're 4-0. They will be the first place seed. So again, Myth 1-0 Dog. Yeah. So yeah, 1-0 Acer Dog. Yeah. So Acer Dog will then be the second seed as they finish 3-1. So double Thailand teams, man, coming out of Group A right there. Don't know if a lot of people expected that, if any. I mean, obviously you would think Sync Esports would have been one of them, but not the case. Still can't believe we're saying that, man. That is something. Sync Esports not going to the bracket stage, but hey, it's making for a very, very entertaining World Finals here for 2015. That is for sure. As we've had plenty of good matches and only more great matches to come tomorrow. Going to be coming at you. So, anyways, Shrunk Cadet is going to be delivered to Puppet Master. So, another case. I say this a lot, but at least they have that. So, getting somewhere, but yeah, really don't want to oversell it either. I mean, they continue to be in a very, very, very difficult spot here in the end. So you're saying that, I mean, you liked DCES's draft, it's just really they just did not execute here.
Pretty much. I mean, they just had to get more done earlier on, and then Amphora, you can't run him and have him just suffer so much. I mean, the hero is so good. I think he hit level 6 like 20 minutes. It's just, how do you expect to win the game like that? That's your whole, that's the draft. I think they last picked it, didn't they? I mean,
yeah.
This is the hero they obviously put a lot of value on, and then they just kind of like sacrifice him and say, you know, just we'll get you 6 eventually, and it's just not. I just don't think that's how you play the hero. He had to be the one doing the Ancients with like just the pebbles. They get a really fast blink, they get a really fast level 6 by about the 12-minute mark, and then they can just take map control, start making moves. But it's really just been a well-played game by BMG.
Oh, big taunt out right there on it. Both pebbles and down. The Arcane Vortex is going to come out. Dr. Pulsar gets caught in as well. Shurikens are up. There they come out, though. Kinesis in the meantime picks up Moira. Sheepstick on a Pebbles. He goes down. Deadwood's going to fall as well. And Puppet Master, the last man standing. Well, not really Deforest alive, but last man standing in this vicinity, we should say. And down goes Puppet Master. More domination continues. And let's make it a genocide, they say. Hat-trick coming out for Crack A. I gotta believe we're gonna be seeing the Cassidyville here shortly from DCeS.
It's about that time. The fat lady is finishing up. She's actually halfway through her first slice of cake, and there is just, yep, there's the GG. There's just no chance. It was a good try. I respect them for staying in the game as long as they did. But BMG just really putting on the clinic and showing that they're here to win, and they are pumped to be the only NAEU team really left in the running.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like is this started now? Is this started or? 17 minutes in. Okay, let's look to go ahead and do that. So we just finished off obviously that one right there. Apparently the last match that is happening right now, MRR versus Chiang Mai Warden actually. So let me see if I can actually get in right here. This may take a little bit. So, well, you know what would be best? Let's just go ahead and take a short break right here. Then we'll come back with you guys for MRR versus Chiang Mai Warden. Again, that's going to be the last game here for the group stages because with this, well, again, here, let me double check this myself. So with that loss right there from, who are we looking at? From DCES, that puts them at 2-2.